I'm a little pumpkin seed waiting to be planted. I don't look like much, but I'm wonderful inside. Oh, it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. I'm a little pumpkin vine waiting to be watered. I'm in good soil with lots of sun, growing strong with pride. Oh, it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. I'm an orange pumpkin blossom waiting for some pollen. If a bee will come along, I'll let her come inside. Oh, it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. I'm a little green pumpkin waiting to be noticed, tucked away.
Hello, and welcome once again. It's good to have you back. It's good to be here with you. Today we're going to celebrate this time of year by reading a beautiful story. The beautiful story is called The Pumpkin Patch Parable. This story is by Liz Curtis Higgs, and the Pumpkin Patch Parable teaches us a wonderful lesson about what it means to recognize ourselves as children of God with the special job we have in the world, just like the pumpkin. So the story begins. See that big red barn and those rolling green fields? That's where the farmer lives, way, way out in the country. It's so far out, the streets don't even have stop signs. The farmer grows lots of different things in those fields. He grows corn and big red tomatoes. He grows long yellow squash and little green peas, all the things that people love to eat for dinner. The best vegetables the farmer grows are pumpkins. They start out as little flat oval seeds, almost as big as raisins. One hot day in June, soon after school let out, the farmer planted the pumpkin seeds just like he did every summer. The seeds disappeared into the ground in nice, neat rows and grew there in the dark, all through the 4th of July. Early one morning, a tiny green shoot quietly poked its way out of the soil. Soon, a long green vine stretched across the ground. From that vine, little buds sprouted into wide green leaves. The leaves spread out flat to catch the August sun. Someday, those little green buds would turn into big orange pumpkins, but not yet. The patient farmer waited and waited and waited. The pumpkins began to grow. How different each of them looked. Some were tall and lean, some were short and round, some had lumps and bumps, but all of them were pumpkins. October came at last. The sky was bright blue and the air was cooler. Every night it got dark earlier than it did the night before. And now it was time for the farmer to harvest his pumpkin crop. The farmer's many workers brought lots of ripe pumpkins in from the fields. Which one would he choose first? The farmer picked up one large pumpkin, being very, very careful not to let it slip through his hands. Pumpkins are tough on the outside, but break into smithereens if you drop them. He washed off all the dirt, holding on tight. Next came the messy part. Pumpkins are full of dozens of seeds and lots of slimy pulp. The farmer had a special plan for his chosen pumpkin, so the seeds and the slime had to go. He slowly slid a large knife right into the center of the pumpkin. The pumpkin didn't make a sound because vegetables don't talk. If they did talk, the pumpkin might have said, ouch. Gently, the farmer cut a round hole in the top of the pumpkin and pulled on the stem. Squishy, stringy pulp waited for him inside. Yuck! The farmer pulled out all that slimy pulp and wrapped it up in an old newspaper. Off to the compost pile it went, never to be seen again. Then something really exciting happened. The pumpkin got a new face. The farmer carved a triangle for each eye. Pumpkins have eyes, but they don't blink or turn away. They see everything. He neatly carved a little square for a nose, and then a big, wide smile. What happened next was wonderful. The farmer put a small white candle down inside the pumpkin and touched the wick with a flame. How that pumpkin glowed. As the sky grew darker, the pumpkin on the porch was shining brighter than ever. When people saw the smiling pumpkin, they smiled back. All the neighbors knew that once again, the farmer had turned a simple pumpkin into a simply glorious sight. In the same way, God the Father offers his children the chance to be made new, full of joy and full of light, shining like stars in the dark world. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening. Thank you for being here today. It's wonderful to remember this lesson, especially this time of year when it gets darker earlier and the light from the pumpkin reminds us about the light of God's Spirit within each of us. Let's remember to let that light shine and to bring the smile of God's love and grace to all those we meet each day. Thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you again. God bless you.
I'm a big orange pumpkin now, waiting for the harvest. If I'm lucky, I will be someone's special prize. Oh, it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. I'm the chosen pumpkin, waiting to be carved up. A jack-o'-lantern I will be, with candlelight inside. Oh, it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. On a front porch glowing, I'm smiling in the darkness. What a lifetime this has been, it's time to say goodbye. Oh, it takes time, it takes time, it takes time. And as you grow in the sunshine, drink in the rain, be glad to be a part of every day. Part of the mystery, part of the chain, and part of all the joy of nature's way.